I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, huge shout out to Zeus Strat coming in with the raid. Here we go, Joe Hudson and Mark Nelson on the front row. Gil Guant, Kenny Passmore starting on the second row. Kevin Hayes, Gerald Thanos Poole on the third row. Les Benz, Warren Moore on the fourth row. Kevin Bruner and Danny Passmore rounding out the top 10. Jerry Bergeron and Alan Phillips starting 11th and 12th. Gene Watkinson in 13th. John Saunders 14th. Rod Potgieter in 15th. Jared Swaim starts 16th. Jay Salmon in 17th. Larry Tittle in 18th. Ryan Warp in 19th. And DJ, the Iceman Kenner in 20th. Jeff Oakes Tim St. Jean 21st and 22nd. Daryl Klotz and Mike Burgess 23rd and 24th. Gregory Marks, Terry James, Derek Schilling, John Shermott, and Thomas Byram round out the 29-car field here at Daytona. Zeus, I'm doing great, buddy. If it wasn't for my voice trying to go, and our apologies, I will be back to normal by Sunday morning. Jay Salmon appears to have not taken the grid. He will start from pit road. Zeus, how you doing tonight, buddy? Blake, absolutely true. Everybody stacked up, getting ready for the high-speed chess game that is Daytona. How long before we see the big one here? Home Motorsports is the cleanest league on iRacing. Could we see our first ever Daytona race without a big one? Let's find out. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away with the season finale at Daytona. Whoa, nope, we've got one coming off pit road. That is Chase Salmon. Through 1 and 2, drivers coming up to speed. Remember, it takes about a lap and a half for these cars to reach max speed. Down the back straightaway toward turn 3. Everybody still side by side throughout the field. A few drivers making some early moves. In the 17, Jared Swaim up 4 spots into 12th. Mike Burgess in the 82 up 4 spots into 20th. And of course, we will be keeping an eye on Derek Schilling doing that from the back challenge. Derek started in 23rd, or in 27th. We'll see where he ends up. Meanwhile, Gil Guac has gone to the lead with the push from Kevin Hayes. Joe Hudson, his first race of the season, already up into third. That outside line not getting any momentum yet. Mark Nelson starting to fade just a little bit, but as the cars run up there, put some rubber down, that outside line will start to gain momentum. Jared Swaim now up to 11th, making his way forward. Kevin Bruner right beside him on that high line. And I know some of you are new to this and have never watched a race like this before, think it's just easy turning left. Let's ride along with Terry James back in 19th, having to crack the throttle into the turn, and you'll notice the cars moving back and forth there. Do not have a ton of grip. Plus the wind coming off the other cars causes your car to move around just a bit, and as their tires start to wear down, they'll move around even more. There you see Mike Burgess just ahead out of 4. Bommel's just a little bit. Terry cracks the throttle as they go off into 1. Trying to get the car to settle in any at all. And then back down the long back straightaway. Everybody is moving around. The drivers also have to be careful here tonight. The leaders out front, no problems for them. The further back you are, the less air gets into the radiator. These engines can overheat very, very quickly if you're not paying attention. Mark Nelson on that high line, starting to make some moves toward the front. Danny Passmore is now broke into the top 10. He is up to 8 in that 11 car. And Larry Tittle in the 14th, biggest mover so far. He is up 6 spots, but the Iceman back there in the 32 is starting to advance. Mark Nelson, with help from Gerald Poole, goes back to the lead on the high side. Outside line is starting to build some momentum. Oh, we had one car kiss the wall on the back straightaway. Looked like Terry James may have just barely kissed the wall coming out of turn 2 there in the 49 car. See if we can get a look at the right side of his car. Looks okay. Might have just given the safer barrier a little kiss. Terry James, another driver on the move, obviously hanging it all out. He is up 8 spots into 18. John Shermont's back in 21st, already up 7 spots. But surprisingly, most of the field is all together. Jay Salmon, who started from pit road way behind. The rest of the field still very much together. There is not a small pack that is broken off back behind. I think this might be the first plate race where we have seen the field not break up early on. Gil Guant continues to maintain the lead with help from Kevin Hayes. Both lines settling into a rhythm. This could be a very interesting race strategically. The drivers can only go 22, 23 laps on a tank of fuel. Some of the drivers toward the back may be able to conserve a little bit more. If they can make it to lap 25, it'll be a one-stop race. But a caution at any point before pit stops could change things dramatically, as they only need that extra lap or two. Hey, good evening, Kenny. How are you? Kenny, it always is beer 30. Warren Moore now up into 6th place. He is starting to make some moves toward the front. Kevin Bruner back up into 9th. And Tim St. Jean now on the move. Tim in the 81 car powered by Tim Hortons. John Shermont's also continuing to make his way forward in the 00 Oreo car. He is up to 19th now. Kevin Hayes holds second. Mark trying to get that outside line. Moving forward. Larry Tittle up to 11th now, up 7 spots. As you heard, these guys do not have a fast repair here tonight. So seeing a lot of patience here in the early going. Everybody giving extra space out here. We are starting to see a lot of cars. The tires definitely going. Hey, good evening, Panda. Thank you for the raid, buddy. Hey, good evening, Airballing. John Shermont's continuing his march forward, now up into 8th place. Or 18th, excuse me. And the Iceman still working his way forward in the 32. But as we mentioned, due to the lack of a fast repair, all the drivers are being a little bit more careful. However, there is Jay Salmon, who started from pit road. That could be a problem. Salmon only doing about 175, maybe 180. Gil Guac out front, 10 miles an hour faster at the moment. That lap traffic may become a problem. No telling what could happen here. Hopefully the lap car pulls down below the yellow line and lets the field get by. They are getting very, very close. This could get very sketchy here in a moment. This is the one thing at Daytona and Talladega you really dread, coming too wide up on lap traffic. The lap car stays up top. Whoa, Gerald bobbles. Everybody trying to adjust as they come through 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Jay should be up to speed by now. He can slide in line. And he does, slides in 4th in line. But that outside line lost a lot of ground getting by the lap car. Mark Nelson fortunately able to drop down to the bottom, waiting for that outside line to come back up. And Gil Guac continuing to lead the pack. But we are about to be to the other problem area of this race. We have not seen a caution yet, which means they will be needing green flag stops any lap now. Will we see anybody coming in this time? The leaders do not come in. The back half of the field likely to be able to extend their run even further, having been in the draft. But guys like Gil Guanc, Mark Nelson, Kevin Hayes, they are going to need to get to pit road soon as Warren Moore pushes forward to the lead. Help from Jay Salmon. Warren Moore goes to the lead for the first time. Warren had one heck of a run with the big push from Jay. Nobody on pit road yet. Have all the drivers managed to conserve enough fuel to split this race in half? Speaking of splitting in half, does look like some of the drivers toward the back have dropped off the back, likely setting up for pit stops. Nobody comes in this time. We may potentially see all 29 cars on pit road together here in just a few seconds. Hey, good evening, Guru. Here we go through 3 and 4. Will the entire field come in? Will anybody come in? They are. Bruner's coming. Gil Guanc is coming. Only 2 cars come in. Make that 3. Thomas Byram from the back also came to pit road. Guru, you got here just in time. I think it's about to get really, really wild. Only 3 cars hit pit road that time by. We are potentially about to see 26 cars head to pit road simultaneously. Here they come out of turn 4, and you see half the field aims down. Whoa, Mark Nelson locks him up. No problems, though. Kevin Bruner leads the remaining cars just past the halfway point. Have they conserved enough to make it back around and make it to their pit stalls? They have got to be really close on fuel here. And likely we are about to see the rest of the field headed in. Oh, we've got one around. It's John Shermott. It happened on pit road. No caution will fly. Shermott has towed it in. His race may be over. Let's see what happened. There's Shermott in the 00 Oreo car on the high side. Oh, on the brakes. Gets loose, hits the inside wall. DJ Kenner barely misses that. Riding along with DJ Kenner. Drops down low, has no idea what's going on. Gets down. And you just barely saw the blink of Shermott's. Jeff Oakes coming back off pit road. Now the question is, did we have any penalties on pit road tonight? Were there any setbacks? Jeff Oakes currently scored as the leader, and here comes the biggest part of the pack. They will all duck to the low side. Things may get a little tight here. Wow. Whoa. That got really close. Everybody managing to survive that one. And Brenner has the lead. DJ Kenner is back on pit road, as is Gregory Marks. I do not see any speeding penalties, and it looks like most of the field took right sides only. DJ Kenner back on pit road. Apparently had some problems as he came off pit road the first time. Let's see what happened. There's the Iceman in the purple 32. Purple and white. Oh, he gets off into the grass. And he gets off where he don't have a good camera angle. Keeps it rolling, but did limp it back to pit road. "20 laps to go at Daytona." Derek Schilling doing that from the back challenge for our MS Society fundraiser. Started in 27th, did not qualify, now sits in 11th. I stand corrected. It looks like Mark Nelson and Gregory Marks both got speeding penalties. Mark is the first car, 1 lap down, but without a caution, he is out of the running for the win. Bit of a heartbreak after 4 consecutive wins for the Mark Nelson. Joe Hudson, his first race of the season, battling Tim St. Jean for the lead here. More lap traffic coming into play as they come out of 4. Tim St. Jean, another big mover. Started in 22nd, now scored in 2nd place, now 3rd. No, he has scored in second. One of the cars ahead of him is not on the lead lap. They are 3 wide out of turn 4. Settling back into 2 wide. 17 laps to go. It'll be a few laps before they really ramp up the aggression. Once they do, it's liable to get very wild out here tonight. And you know what? Since they're all together and we have a few laps before everything pops off, why don't we crank up the volume and listen to all that horsepower? So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to stop talking. You guys crank it up, everybody. It doesn't get much better than... Holy cow! What a move by Kevin Hayes! That was... Man, that was a gutsy move. For those of you that play American Truck Sim, the HTSAI Community Convoy is up tonight. Euro Trucking. The Unicorn leads the convoy, and she will be back live shortly after the broadcast. You guys want a good chuckle? Tune in for that. Kevin Hayes holds the lead after that gutsy move to keep Hudson back behind. And if we get to interview him after the race, we will definitely be asking Kevin about that move. Oh, holy cow! Mike Burt, we've got a wreck back behind. Nope, there's the caution. Derek Schilling involved. Rod Potgieter also involved. Let's see who else. We saw Mike Burgess kiss the wall. There was Potgieter gets a bump. Sends Schilling down the track. Jerry Bergeron catches a piece of it. Wow, Potgieter's car. There's the moment Potgieter got hit, turned around and slams into that outside wall. But then Schilling had no control, comes back down the track and gets Potgieter again. Well, Panda's grabbing his popcorn. It might be a good time to get that last minute bite or drink while they're under caution. They will restart with less than 10 to go. And this may have been the caution. Mark Nelson will be waved back to the lead lap. Mark Nelson has 5 wins this season, 4 in a row. Can he make it 5 in a row and 6 wins? What a dominant season that would make it. Jared Swaim, Kevin Bruner each have a win as well. But the Mark Nelson has been the dominant driver this season. Mark has come into pit road. Derek Schilling on pit road for repairs. Mike Burgess, some damage to the right side. Looks like he has done what he could. Is headed back out. Bergeron also appeared to catch some of it. Does look like his right front may be beat up just a little bit. So on the restart, Kevin Hayes, Joe Hudson will have the front row. Danny Passmore, Tim St. Jean on the second. Kenny Passmore and Kevin Bruner on the third. Jeff Oakes, Jared Swaim, Ryan Warp, and Larry Tittle round out the top 10. Ryan Warp has warped himself 10 spots up from where he started. Jeff Oakes up 14 spots. But Tim St. Jean, the biggest mover at the moment, up 18 spots. Lights are out on the pace car. Everybody stacks up and tightens up. Derek Schilling is coming back out on track. Bergeron looks like he had more damage than we realized. Mark Nelson was undamaged. He just got his lap back, so he will have to start at the tail end. Mark having to let these cars get back by. Derek Schilling trying to get caught up. Everybody trying to get into position before the drop of the green. Looks like everybody got situated Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. 9 to go at the line. Joe Hudson rockets out to the front. But getting a big head start at Daytona and Talladega does not help. He just needed to get far enough to take the lead, and he has. Hudson pulls. Oh! Tim St. Jean involved. Caution is out. Kevin Bruner, Larry Tittle, Kevin Hayes, Gerald Poole, all involved. Trying to see where this thing started and who it started with. Kevin Hayes, the 3 car on the bottom. Out of turn 4, Hayes drifts up into St. Jean, and everybody back behind just trying to avoid as body panels go flying. Kevin Bruner catching a piece of this. He was right behind it when it popped off. Several hoods go flying. Bruner's race is done. The engine is gone. Gerald Poole in the Navy Joe car down on the bottom. Oh, hard hit. He has lost the front. And, oh, holy cow. Tried to get into the grass to avoid it. The big one strikes at Daytona. Frank, unfortunately not that Navy Joe car. Man, it took one heck of a hit. And looks like it's actually missing the right front wheel. Yep. Joe Hudson still has the lead. Danny Passmore in second. Tim St. Jean impressively minimal damage to the car. In third, Kenny Passmore in fourth. Jeff Oakes in fifth. Well, Tim is missing the entire back end, and it looks like the spoiler is pushed up. Kenny Passmore in fourth, Jeff Oakes now in fifth, Ryan Warp in sixth, Alan Phillips in seventh, John Saunders eighth, Gil Guac in ninth, Gene Watkinson in 10th. Les Benz back in the fight in 11th. Mark Nelson back up to 12th. Larry Tittle in 13th. Mike Burgess in 14th. Jay Salmon has 15th. Jared Swayman 16th. Jerry Bergeron in 17th. Derek Schilling still in 18th. He has been back to pit road for more repairs. The lights are out on the pace car. They stack back up for the restart. Looks like Joe Hudson may be choosing the outside line. That outside line on a restart definitely gives you an advantage. Danny Passmore and Kenny Passmore still in the fight. And Tim St. Jean lurking back there is overdue. Could tonight be the night? Pace car is back in. It'll be 5 to go at the line. Here we go. Green flag. Back in the air, 5 laps to go. Hudson jumps to the front, drops that bottom line. Danny Passmore moves to the high line. Ryan Warp now giving Passmore a push. Warp up 16 spots. Gerald, I kind of thought you were past the chaos too. And wow, the top 7 have a breakaway. The second pack, led by Gil Guac, is losing ground to the lead pack. 4 laps to go. Ryan Warp leads it at the line. Through 1 and 2. Gene Watkinson in that second group. Jay Salmon starting to pull up. Mike Burgess leads Gil Guac, Mark Nelson. Do they have time to get back into the fight? Ryan Warp leads at the line. 3 laps to go. But this race doesn't come down to the last lap. It comes down to the final turn. The top 6 have broken away. They have 1.5 seconds on Bergeron. Danny Passmore side by side with Ryan Warp. Danny to the lead. Oh, that got close. Oaks tries to get low. 2 to go. They're 3 wide into 1. Oaks just barely keeps it off the wall. Warp out front. Whoa! Alan Phillips Phillips fighting for all he's worth to stay in it. Ryan Warp, Joe Hudson maybe pulling away as they battle behind. Hudson looks high. Now Hudson stuck going to the high side. 3 wide, white flag. And it's Kenny Passmore out front. Jeff Oakes, though, on the high side. Joe Hudson down low. Passmore getting a huge push from Oakes. Hudson, big push from Warp. There, 3 wide. Warp is around. Kenny Passmore, Jeff Oakes, and where did... Holy cow, they wreck out of 4. Bergeron gets together with Allen. And at the line, Alan Phillips pulls off the win. Jerry Bergeron comes home in second. Joe Hudson comes home third. Jeff Oakes in fourth. Danny Passmore in fifth. That last lap will be one for the history books. Holy cow. Kevin Bruner, that was a little bumpy there.
That was an exciting finish.
It definitely was. At last lap, things got a little squirrely several places on track.
Well, you throw blocks, you get turned. You push, you get turned. You behave, you get turned.
Any way you look at it, somebody's getting turned, is what you're saying.
Oh, there's gonna be some hurt feelings and emails and text messages, I'm sure.
Well, still a great race and a great way to end the season out. Looking forward to the playoffs starting next week.
Yeah, I think it was exciting, I hope.
It was that. Yeah, it was definitely that. Well, great job tonight, buddy.
All right, thanks, Doug.
Looking at the top 3. The only driver we have available is second place, Jerry Bergeron. Jerry, a lap to go. You were about 7th, 8th place, like a second back.
Yeah, I'm there, Doug.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was listening to your speech there, guys. Go ahead, Doug. Repeat it for me.
I was saying with a lap to go, you're about 7th, 8th place, almost the second back. And then on that last lap, you end up pulling off second place.
No, I got first place finally. Transferred over, I got first. I won it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm officially the winner now. You know, he got a black flag. I think it was 10 points and more, or something like that.
Oh, wow. So Alan Phillips gets removed and you pull off the... Wow. Congratulations to go from 8th to winning in 1 lap.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, Doug. I just saw it open up, come up. I said, I'm going to go there, and all of a sudden, I was in between the cars and all the top drivers, and all of a sudden, I found myself in first place, trading paint with the other guy.
Well, there was definitely a lot of trading paint there at the end, but, man, congratulations. That was an awesome run.
All right, thanks a lot, Doug. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure. Jerry Bergeron pulls off an amazing, amazing win. after a last lap disqualification. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget the HTSAI Community Convoy will be live tonight from Europe here in just a few moments. We'll see you then. Have a great night, everybody.